Let's talk about pizza first and foremost. I mean, this is a cool collaboration because not only are we talking pizza and football, but we're talking about an iconic Detroit brand. So why was this something that you wanted to get involved in?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, it just made sense to me. I spent 12 years of my life in Detroit playing for the Lions, seeing Little Caesars Pizza on every corner, getting to know the Ilitch family. And now that they're the official pizza sponsor of the NFL, it was just seemed right to be a part of it. And I was really, excited that they came to me and asked me to be a part of that. And I'm really looking forward to not only them, stepping into those shoes as being the official pizza sponsor of the NFL, but all the stuff they have going on throughout the season with the Pizza pregame, where you can order a pizza online and win a bunch of prizes, chances to win Super Bowl tickets to Super Bowl 57. What they're doing is going to be really special.
Beyond the pizza part of it, there's also a charitable component to it, which, as you know, having lived in Detroit for so long, the Ilitches kind of excel at that. Mm-hmm. And this is an opportunity really for them to get food to underserved communities too.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of collaborations that are going to be happening in the future. I think, both with some of the stuff that the Ilitches and Little Caesars have done for a long time in the Detroit area, and also some of the things that I've been able to be a part of, back there in Detroit too. So a couple things on the horizon for sure, and things that I'm excited about being able to partner with them with.
We love that AT&T ad. We saw it a lot. I know the Detroit audience really loved it. I know you were instrumental in helping kind of create that storyline. Now you've got your next big national ad. It's also a tie to Detroit. There's always it seems like there's always going to be a connection or a piece of you that's involved and tied to the city somehow.
Yeah, definitely. So many great formative years of my life spent there, became a family, became a father, husband, all those things while I was in the city of Detroit. So there's so many things that bring me back, great friends, and all those things that I think about when I think about the city of Detroit. So being able to be a part of it while, being in Los Angeles, a bunch of miles away is something that is near and dear to my heart and something I'm happy and proud to be a part of.
A lot of fans saw you at that Tiger game, that historic Miggy game, sitting next to Chris Ilitch at that game. Was this when the big pizza deal was kind of negotiated, Matthew? Is this where it all came down?
I wish it was done there. That would have been a great story, but it was awesome, to spend some time there, see an unbelievable Detroit legend do his thing, get his 3,000th hit. It was so cool to be in the building at that point, and get to hang with some of the Ilitch family. It was a special time for me. So, maybe it had something to do with it down the road, but no pizza, deals done in that suite.
No negotiations that day. All right, so how you feeling? How you doing? Talk to us about camp and the upcoming season.
I feel great. Camp was, what it always is. It's a grind. It's tough, but it's part of it, and it's a whole lot of fun to have the season kind of, right here in front of us. We have a big challenge coming up, kicking off the NFL season against the Bills, September 8th. They're a great football team. They were a couple plays away from, being where they wanted to be last year and have some unbelievable players. So it'll be a big challenge for us, but it'll be fun to kick the season off in our home stadium in SoFi here out here in LA and on a big stage.
Do you feel an even greater sense of pressure this year? Last year's pressure was different. It was, first of all, you're going into a new city. You're probably just trying to learn the names of the people in the front office and walking around the facility. This year, you've got that kind of nailed down. Do you feel a different sort of pressure, or are you still kind of like the tunnel Matthew Stafford that's just taking it day by day?
Yeah, I try to be as tunnel as I can. I think that's the way to do it in this league. You start thinking about what's going on around you, the outside narrative, it becomes a little bit overwhelming at times. And I think that was something that we were able to do, at a really high level last year, kind of lock in on what was important and what we could control. And it worked out for us. So definitely, a lot of expectations becoming, the world champions last year and trying to do that again. That's it's a big challenge for us, but something that is only going to get accomplished if we sit there and every single day try to find a way to be better, learn from our mistakes, do all that kind of stuff that you have to do on a football field.
What do you see as the big challenges this year? Is it Buffalo? What teams are out there that are really catching your eye right now?
Every time you tee it up on a Sunday in the NFL, I feel like it's a big challenge. Buffalo is a team that is, really talented, has played well the last few years. I think, the teams that stay healthy are the sneaky teams, and we were able to do that at a pretty good clip last season. hopefully we can do that again this year, keep our guys healthy and going forward. And if we can do that, then we'll be able to hopefully play at a really high level.
The number one question when I told people I was talking to you today that they wanted to know from you was, have you watched Hard Knocks?
I have. I haven't seen them in perfect chronological order as they've come out, but I've peeked, and I have so many good friends that are still on that team. A bunch of guys up front, some guys in the quarterback room. David Blau was a guy that I was really close with. Some guys on defense as well. So I'm keeping up. Watching it. I got a chance as I was leaving to talk to Dan Campbell, and was really impressed. And then you see him on the Hard Knocks show, and you go, man, if you're a player, you got to love playing for that guy. He seems like a really authentic person that I think plays really, strongly into the culture of Detroit. And I think people will really enjoy it.
Yeah, he's tough. He's gritty. And when I've watched it, I think one thing that stood out, I think maybe it's the first episode, but, he was asking players to do burpees and do some runs and some drills, whatever. And he got like next to these guys and he was doing it too. And maybe that's something that Lions players who've been around for a while maybe didn't see, maybe with a previous coach. But to me, it was like he expects if you're going to do it, he's going to put himself through it too. And I think that's a great point. I mean, he's a tough guy. He's a little rough around the edges. And I think people in this town respond to that.
Yeah, definitely. I think the number one thing that you can appreciate about him from afar, and I know I assume they do in the locker room as well, is he's just comfortable with who he is, and that goes a long way in the locker room when you have a guy that's up in front of the team every single day preaching a message and he believes it and he's comfortable in who he is, comfortable in his own skin. That's going to come off as authentic to the guys, and they're going to rally around it. And I think we played Detroit last year. It was one of the toughest games of our season. They were a tough out. So I think they're going to continue to get better, and they've got a lot of talent and a guy leading the way that they all believe in.
What do you think that for you for last year, talking about putting the pieces of the puzzle together and creating success, what do you think it was for you last year that just clicked, that, from the coaching staff all the way on down? What do you think it was that made everything work?
Yeah, it was a great collaboration. That's one of the things that come to mind, just between players and players, coaches and coaches, coaches and players, all of those relationships, the collaboration was really special. And then when you think about, what probably tipped us over the edge was the ability to, play for something greater than yourself. We had so many guys on that team that were playing for somebody else or for something else. I mean, I think of Andrew Whitworth at 40 years old playing left tackle. We're all sitting there going, man, this guy deserves a ring on his finger. Aaron Donald, who's been an unbelievable player, all-time great. We're all like, man, we got to get this guy a ring. There were so many guys just that we were pulling for each other, playing for each other. And when you do something like that, it really galvanizes the group, and it helped us become successful.
Is there one particular memory from that game, that Super Bowl winning game, that kind of sticks out to you? I mean, obviously winning the game is the big thing, but is there one thing when you look back on it, you think like, wow, that's something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life?
Yeah, I think standing on stage, seeing Kelly and my girls run down towards me and being able to wave to them and then get them up on stage and throw confetti with them. My girls were just excited that it was confetti and they were going to Disneyland, but it's a moment that I will always remember. I'll cherish that one, probably more so than anything that happened between the lines in those 60 minutes. Being able to celebrate that and cherish it with my family and friends was the biggest thrill for me.
Before we do a little lightning round of questions, anything else that we should hit on regarding the Little Caesars collaboration? Just is this just one ad, or are we going to see more ads throughout the season, or do you know how that's going to play out yet?
There's definitely the commercial. There's some things that I think are going to get activated through social media, which I'm ultra familiar with and know exactly how all that works. But it's definitely something that'll kind of run throughout the season. There'll be a couple different activations, I believe, but it's going to be something that you'll see a lot of.
So Matthew Stafford, new to the Instagram, which I told you, it shook me because for so many years knowing you, you've got me to hate social media and really rethink my presence on social media. What drove that, and are you enjoying it?
A couple things drove it. Opportunities to do things like this with great companies, the ability to, keep up with friends a little bit better. Am I enjoying it? Parts of it, yes. Parts of it, no. I'm not good at it. So when I'm bad at something, I don't spend much time on it. I don't understand a lot of how to really use it properly. Luckily, my wife is a pro, so she helps me out in a lot of those areas. But it has been fun to let people in a little bit on what kind of humor or personality I usually, go for.
A little sarcastic from time to time. So you're not
Yes.
waking up every morning checking how many followers you have and doing that whole game.
I wouldn't have a clue on number one, how to do that, or number two, what number is a good number. Who knows? So I'm just having fun.
And maybe it was Kelly. I don't know who's behind the machine, but I texted Kelly right away because it said Matthew Stafford is following you. And I literally thought I was being punked, or I'm like, this has got to be like a fake account, right?
Yeah.
And then was confirmed it was real. So hey, best of luck to you on the IG.
Thank you very much.
It's a world out there. All right, they want us to do a few little lightning round things. So you ready?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna start pizza. We're gonna start easy. Go. Pizza toppings. 3. Go for it now.
Pepperoni, sausage, and onion.
Square, round.
Square.
Detroit style, Chicago style.
Detroit style.
All right, so you're in Detroit. You have an option. You're going to a Wings game or a Tigers game. You got to pick one. What you doing?
Probably going to a Wings game if it's a playoff game.
If it's a playoff, well,
those are
probably
so
a Tiger game if it's a play.
Yeah, I know, but I went to a Wings game. Playoff game is unbelievable.
Top song on the playlist right now.
Oh my gosh, you know me. It's like, what is it? I don't know. What's out there?
Well, it could be anything from country to sometimes you like a banger too. I mean, it's
we'll say what got me through the season last year, Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton.
There you go. Thing you miss the most about Detroit?
Oh man, the people.
Thing you miss the most about being a Lion?
Being able to play for the Fords. Love playing for them.
Thing you don't miss about being a Lion?
Having to practice in the cold weather.
Yeah, weather out there in LA, that's not too bad. Favorite Detroit restaurant? I think I know this one.
There's a couple, either Market or Lux, probably.
Oh, I wasn't even going there.
Where were you going?
Benicia.
Oh yeah, golly, you're right.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are the top 3. Good call.
Favorite Detroit professional memory?
Probably 2011, making the playoffs for the first time in 12 years. Playing against the then San Diego Chargers at home, winning that game, being able to kind of walk around and greet the fans inside the stadium after that game, giving them a chance at a playoff run that they hadn't had in a long time was a cool memory.
Professional memory you'd like to forget from your time as a Lion?
Probably losing that game in Dallas in 2014 in the playoffs. A couple plays here or there go our way, then maybe we make a bit of a run. We were a good football team that year.
What would you like to say to these fans who, I saw so many of them, especially during that Detroit LA game, you couldn't tell whether it was a Lions home game or a Rams home game. It was wild. To these people here in the city who are still pulling for you every day.
Yeah, I just appreciate the support. I understand, it's not something that's, I feel like deserved. It's humbling to me for them to continue to pull for me and my family as well. When Kelly, when they helped Kelly get through what she had to get through, it was something that I'll never forget. And, the people of that city and that state are near and dear to our hearts.